Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be working with line segments. So let's start with the review. This says review. Draw and label each of the following. So we're going to draw what this would look like. AB. Line segment AB. So let's draw a line segment that looks just like the little line above AB. And we're going to put an A on the left and a B on the right. Points C and D. What would those look like? Well, they're points, so we're going to make a dot. This is C, and that's D. Now that says RS. Excuse me for a minute while I grab the packet. We're on page 5, by the way. And that says line RS. So if it doesn't have the points on either side, if it doesn't have that, then it's just a line. It's a regular old line and it goes on forever. So we're going to say R and S. They do have points, but the line goes on forever in both directions. So I'm going to take my blue marker here, make a line that goes forever in both directions. That's line RS. The next one is MN, and notice that we only have an arrow on one side. So we're going to put an arrow only on one side. So it starts with a point, goes this way, and it does go through a point, but it keeps on going forever in one direction. That's what's called a ray. That's ray, MN. Line L. Line L is going to be a line, so it's going to have arrows, and we're going to label it L with a nice little script L. The only time you need to make a point on your line is when it's got 2 letters in its name. So the next one says segment NR. For a line segment, you have dots. It's only a segment of a line. So that's segment NR. What do we have next? We have given RT with RS, ST, and RT as labeled. They labeled it for us. Find RT. So we need to find this right here. Anytime they tell us to find something, I put a cloud because I'm going to imagine in my dreams I'm going to find it. So we're going to find RT. In that case, we're looking for the entire line segment, the whole thing. So first we need an equation. The equation in this case you can get by saying part plus part equals whole. Part plus part equals whole. So we're going to add these 2 parts here, and that's going to make our whole. So that's 3x minus 2 plus 4x minus 7 equals the whole in total. I'm going to move things a little bit to the right. So we have room for 8x minus 12. Now we're going to solve this equation. 3x plus 4x, we can combine like terms. That's 7x. Minus 2 and minus 7 makes minus 9. Bring down the rest of the equation. Now we want to move one of the x's to the other side. I like to choose the 7 because minus 7x is going to keep things positive. And I like to keep things positive. So 8x minus 7x is 1x Don't mind this next problem, I'm just going to go right over it. So x, bring down the rest of the equation. Minus 12, copy equal sign, and copy the minus 9, the negative 9. Now, see if I can bring this down a little bit. High. There we go. Scroll, extend page, full screen, extend page. There we go. So we have negative 9 equals x minus 12. Add the 12 to both sides, and we should get x equals 3. Now remember, that might not be the final answer, because sometimes we have to take the 3 and plug it back into what we wanted. What did I put a cloud around? I put a cloud around RT, so I have to take the 3 and plug it in for x in the RT. So RT we said was 8x minus 12. And we're going to plug in that 3 because 3 equals x. Anytime you plug something in, you need parentheses. I'm going to erase my page number here. Move this out of our way. And now we're just going to do PEMDAS. 8 groups of 3 or 3 groups of 8 is 24 minus 12 gives us 12. So the final answer for the measure of RT is 12.